Hi everybody, welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Today is July 29th. You will probably have noticed if you follow along that I did not post a video for last week's weekly wrap-up video. We got rained out. Don't know how better to explain that. We got soaked the last week. So last Sunday we were trying to pick everything up from getting soaked, and our carpets are still a mess, and our house is still a mess. So last week was crap. Or last weekend was crap. So this is a weekly wrap-up video for the last 2 weeks. I will not show you guys pictures for the last 2 weeks, although I will say that this was a DNF return week like crazy. I want to say that I returned, I'm looking at my notes, 9 books in the last 2 weeks, so there's that. So read stuff for the last 2 weeks. I got through Authority by Jeff Vandermeer. It was okay. I've got Acceptance on hold from the library, so I'll finish that up and call that series complete. The Bookshop on the Corner by Jenny Colgan, super cute. If you were looking for a summer beach read that isn't too in-depth, but is funny and well done, and just, I really enjoyed that book. And the narrator for that book was great. I also finished the entire, sorry, I have my piles of books on the side. I finished the entire run of Strangers in Paradise, so books 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is volume 6. Because Terry Moore has started a new run, I think it's only going to be 9 singles, of Strangers in Paradise, where someone from Kitschy's past has shown up and is threatening to destroy the life that she, Francine, Tamby, and I haven't seen Casey yet, but that the characters from this world have created for themselves. And I read the first single, it's pretty good. The 5th one came out this month, so I need to go to the comic book store sometime and pick it up. But yeah, I finished this series. Also finished the audiobook of The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. He's a great narrator, great author. There's not much else to say about this book. It follows a young baby, so it follows nobody who starts off as a toddler who finds himself in a graveyard after an incident happens to his family, and it follows him until he turns 15, when the threat that has pursued him for so long is now gone. He can't really see anymore, so he's not blind, but he can't see his family anymore. So it was a cute story. It was Neil Gaiman at one of his best. I also finished the audiobook of Sleeping Giants, which I read Sleeping Giants, the physical form, earlier in July. Reading the audiobook, or listening to the audiobook, was so much better than actually reading the physical version of the book. So I returned Waking Gods 2 weeks ago. I want to say that's right. 2 weeks ago in physical format, so I could get the audiobook off Overdrive, which I'm now on hold for. Other books that I read this week, I finished the Paper Magician trilogy, the original trilogy, by Charlie Holmberg. Really cute story about a young woman who doesn't want to go into the man-made tradition, magic tradition that London is doing at that point. Basically anything man-made can be controlled by magic in this universe, in this 3-book set. She ends up doing paper, which she doesn't want to do paper, but then she ends up going on this adventure, and you find out things about her past and who paid for her schooling and why he paid for her schooling, and then it becomes a romance, and then it becomes a going after somebody and not a mystery, but a not even a detective book, but like she makes poor decisions and ends up in a situation where she has to figure things out. And I liked it. I enjoy that series. Um, got caught up on The Wicked and Divine, Volume 6, and then picked up the Backstagers, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. Super cute graphic novel. People that draw Steven Universe, or Steven and the Universe, I think that's the way it goes, draw these comics. It is very LGBTQ plus. It follows a group of 5 young men. I want to say they're in high school, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they're in high school. And they yeah, it's just a cute graphic novel that volume 3 comes out later this year. So, there's that. And I think that's all that I finished. And then I'm currently listening to The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. Really, really good. Like solid series, but probably not one I'm gonna pick up again. So they're going in my box, which I will talk about my box in September because I'm hoping to get some of these books put in the box so I can donate. Unhaul. It's gonna be an unhaul video. Then I'm currently reading. I just started it. I'm not that far into it. The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. This book is due this week. Back to the library. This one follows a young woman who lives in a very small community of 2,024 people. I think that's what the population is, but it's tourist season. And tourist season brings in all of these people, but it also brings with it a mystery of the town's past. And the first chapter sets this up beautifully because it talks about um why it definitely introduces the book. So I'm hoping to finish this week before it's due. We will see. So new books over the last couple weeks. I've gotten Animal Farm. I've gotten Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I know one of the booktubers that I follow doesn't like this book, and I want to know why. I've heard mixed things about this. I'm not really a big Lev Grossman fan. He wrote the Magician series trilogy. I couldn't the way he writes makes me feel stupid. We'll go with that one. So we'll see about this one. The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. This is on my Goodreads to be read shelf. I don't know much about this one, so here's to a new book. And it's out also, I think, a 2018 release. So that helps with other stuff. Also picked up The Witch of Painted Sorrows by MJ Rose. This is also on my Goodreads to be read shelf. Again, I don't know much about this book. I thought it was signed there for a second. But we'll see. And then A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is supposed to be a really good book about I want to say a young man or child, that deals with death. So I'm hoping this is good. A lot of booktubers that I watch really enjoys this book. Other new books from last week, I got the Lost Voices by Sarah Porter in audiobook format because it was available. Still Me by Jojo Moyes, which I need to get through to finish out that trilogy for Me Before You. Heard Still Me isn't very good. And I Am Princess X by last name's Priest. I don't remember. And it's supposed to be an LB having problems with words today, guys. LGBT book. It's an LGBT book. Let's go with that. And I also picked up Turtles All the Way Down by John Green in audiobook form. it was available. I was surprised it was available, so I picked it up, and hopefully we'll get through that this week. If not, I think I got 11 more days on that book availability. So, and I know this video is super long, so I'm not going to run through all of the DNF books except to say what they were. I returned DNF's Gathering of Shadows. I got an hour into it, and the first book was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars, but I don't necessarily know if I'm going to finish that series. City of Fallen Angels by John. This book, I got it in audiobook form. I started it, I DNF'd it. It's a nonfiction book that I was not entirely prepared for. I thought it was a different story. Okay, now that the children have left. City of Fallen Angels goes in the box for Unhaul in September. I'm not gonna read it. Another audiobook that I returned was Wolf by Wolf. Very interesting concept in the synopsis. Not what I was expecting in the book. I want to say I only got 20 minutes into it. Not interested. Returned Lilac Girls. Again, interesting synopsis. Didn't start it, so didn't read it. Also didn't read The Bear and the Nightingale or The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. Both of those books, it's book 1 and book 2 in the, I don't know what she's calling it, Winter Witch trilogy, but the 3rd book doesn't come out until January, so I thought it was going to come out sooner, which is why I got the 2 books sooner rather than later, so I'm going to wait till December to pick those up. Again, I'm returning Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. It's due in 3 days, and I'm not going to read it. This is going to be another series that I'm not going to finish. Returning The More of Less by Joshua Becker. I didn't even crack this. I did, however, crack The Lonely Hearts Hotel by Heather O'Neill. I do not have positive feelings about this book. I am DNFing it, and I'm not even 100 pages into it. It hurts to read. It's not poorly written. It's not the reason why it hurts to read. But just the concept and the reviews and, there's only so many books that you can read about the topic that this covers and enjoy them. I have read enough books that make me have emotions that I don't really want to have right now that I'm just going to DNF this one. And then I also DNF Leia on the Offbeat by Becky Abertali. I got through the first page and I wrote an entire rant blog on blog loving, which I will link to in the description box below, which had some very negative opinions about the first page. The first page. I didn't even make it past that page. I enjoyed Simon versus the Homo sapiens. I'm interested to read the book that she just came out with that she wrote with Adam Silvera. It's supposed to be very LGBTQ plus positive, where Leia in the Offbeat is negative, based off the reviews and what I've read about it, and just some of the comments. I don't want to waste my time on bad books these days. So, first page, turned me off, not going to read it. So that is my weekly update for this month, for the last 2 weeks. So I will talk to you guys soon with my August to be read list. I may or may not leave the list of books that I just talked about in the description box below so you guys can go look at them. Just because I just don't want to. So, yeah. I'm at the point where I'm not sure if I want to continue recording videos. Something needs to give. It may be the videos, it may be something else, but I'm in that, I'm not entirely sure I want to continue this phase. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys soon.